What's good, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and recently I got this new boxing game called Undisputed, and this is the first boxing game in like 13 years. And I've never played any of the Fight Night games, but I did play the UFC games, UFC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is different, right? This is just a pure boxing game. And the fight you guys are going to see is me versus my brother. Like, this is the first time I had ever played this game. I literally just downloaded it, didn't look at any sort of instructions on like what buttons do what. I just kind of used the experience I have from playing like UFC games over to this. I assumed, you use square to throw a jab, use triangle to throw a cross, and then the other punches, you just kind of figure it out. Like, the uppercut was the same input as it was in the UFC games, but the defense was different. But I'm Muhammad Ali in this video, and my brother was Deontay Wilder. And I gotta be honest, like, this game was actually very fun. And I saw a bunch of negative reviews about it, about how the punches, like the power punches, are too overpowered. And I've played this game for a while now. I've done more than this match right here, and I played it online. I did the career mode and everything. I used several different boxers, and I do feel like with certain fighters like Deontay Wilder, like, his punches were crazy. Like, you can see right here, I just got knocked down with a left hook. And Deontay Wilder in real life, like, I don't want to take a left hand from him, but I don't think Tyson Fury is getting dropped with a left hook from Deontay Wilder if it's just a left hook. If it's a right hand, yes, of course, you're going to go down, because he has a lot of power in that shot, but he's not a fighter who's, like, he's a dangerous knockout threat with both hands. It's just, like, his right hand, right? But in the game, I was getting rocked with, like, jabs, left hooks, everything. He was so powerful. And the only way I could beat him, like with Muhammad Ali, I couldn't beat him because every single time I would just get dropped over and over again, and I couldn't really hurt him too much. But yeah, I could only beat him with, like, guys like Joe Frazier, because Joe Frazier had those big power punches as well. Sometimes I maybe hurt him with Riddick Bowe as well. He has a lot of power. Also, Joe Louis, and I was able to beat Deontay Wilder with Alexander Usyk, because Usyk is really fast. He's got good defense, and he's got good cardio. And I don't know, I felt like his durability was better than Muhammad Ali as well. I wasn't getting rocked as much with Usyk. But overall, yeah, the power punches, like, for like Deontay Wilder's left hand, I feel like that's a little bit too much. I feel like, yes, you should be losing a bit more stamina if you're going to be just spamming power punches like online players were. But I feel like right now, the state of the game, it's not entirely bad. Again, I'm not like a competitive player, so I'm not like taking this game like too seriously. I'm just playing like I'm just a casual player. Like, this is fun. But another part of this game that I find interesting is the career mode, because, well, firstly, the fights in the career mode, like the first few fights, like, your character is so bad. Like, he's so slow. These punches are, like, they're like pillows. His footwork is, like, non-existent. Like, he's just slow, and your player just sucks. And, like, there's this one opponent, like, I just kept losing to. He kept, like, knocking me out with, like, body shots. And, like, sometimes, for some reason, I would, like, try to move away, like flick the stick away so that he does, like, a major, like, kind of a lunge. But for some reason, it would just, like, pull me towards my opponent, and sometimes I would get hit, and it was like I was getting trapped in an exchange of combinations. Like, I couldn't move. Like, I'm trying to move away, but for some reason, like, the game is keeping me in range to keep on getting blasted and to keep on getting hit. And also, I feel like sometimes, like, when I hurt my opponents, it's, like, very hard to get a knockdown. Like, I clip them with, like, an overhand right, and then firstly, like, the movement is slow. Like, I just recently found out you could run at them, but even when you can, like, your punches, like you'll hit a bunch of shots on their guard, in their body, and they're still, like, they're still, like, not getting dropped. Like, even in the career mode, it was like it was incredibly hard to get, like, these just KOs. And I feel like sometimes when you drop your opponent, I don't know if they should have the ability to play that little mini game where you're trying to, like, match your cursor to the blue or red thing depending on what corner you're on. I feel like there should be more, like, clean KOs, because sometimes in boxing you see these punches where someone gets hit real bad, like they get dropped real bad, and then the referee doesn't even do a count because you can clearly see their head bounce off the canvas or they face plant, and you can tell the fight's over. Like, that fighter is not getting back up within 10 seconds. So I think that they should definitely add some more like flash knockouts and things like that to make the game a bit more interesting. And also, one thing I would like to see is like there is some feints in the game, but it's like an animation. It's not where you can like input a punch and then you can cancel that punch animation like you can in UFC 5. In UFC 5, for example, you can throw like a punch and then press block right away, and it acts as a feint. And if you see that your punch is clearly not going to land, you don't have to waste that stamina and you don't have to potentially get countered. I feel like in Undisputed, you can throw like a bunch of punches and you can miss a bunch of punches, but if there was some way to add some feints, it will make the game a lot easier to manage your energy because you don't want to throw every single punch, especially when you know it's not going to land. But sometimes you throw a punch, your opponent moves, you know it's going to miss, but you can't cancel it. And I feel like they should definitely add that. And I think that you should just do it the way that UFC 5 is doing it. Like, you throw a punch, you press block, and then it cancels the animation. Also, to be honest, I gotta be honest, I'm not really a fan of the head movement in this game. Like, it's just, you have to hold L2, and then, like, you can move your joystick. But I feel like you can't really recreate some of those, like, clean counters that you can in boxing. At least for me, I find it pretty hard. Like, for example, if, like, your opponent's throwing a jab, I don't think you can, like, slip it and then, like, throw a clean counter uppercut. Like, you can hit some clean, like, pull counters, and those are pretty simple to do. But I feel like just slipping punches and then returning, at least for me, I find that pretty hard to do in this game. But another thing that I think they should add, considering it's a boxing game, is the ability to parry punches. Because right now, your defense is your footwork, your guard, you can just keep your hands up, or you can move your head. But I feel like if they add the ability to parry punches, it will make the game a lot more fun. You can potentially, and if they have parries and feints, you can just feint a jab and then go into a left hook and land a clean punch. And also, if you have parries, you won't have to overuse your guard, and your block health will be a lot easier to sustain. But to be honest, it's actually a really fun game. If you're thinking about getting it, I would say, why not? I think this game is only going to get better from here, but let me know what you guys think about this.